Cooperativa and enjoy the benefits of membership in the cooperatives. And that is our way of helping our members to grow in holiness. Kasi pagka umattend ng house of meetings, ng mga teachings, ng mga assemblies, and nandun yung growth in holiness ng ating mga members. Sabi nga natin, itong parting statement natin dito, holiness in our cooperatives is being an active CFC member. Kung hindi ho tayo active na CFC member, hindi ho tayo dapat maging membro ng kooperatiba. So the next item on our agenda is the reading of the minutes of the ay po ating audited financial statements. Hindi ko na isama doon sa bound annual report na huli po ng
submission nila.
isinabit ng ating external auditor. Pero nandito po, separate. Kung titignan po natin, meron na tayong deficit. Yung ating statement of operations po. For the year 2019, we incurred a net deficit of 176,393 pesos and 10 centavos out of revenues of 409,485.14. Meron po tayong general and administrative cost of 585,000. Kaya meron po tayong deficit na 176,000. Sana sa mga susunod na financial report natin, mawawala na itong mga deficit na ito sapagkat pinapatronize na natin yung ating mga produkto. Ang assets po natin, we have assets of 2.9 million pesos. Pricing of cash and cash benefit, cash equivalents of 2.8, accounts and other receivables of 96,000. May utang po tayong trade and non-trade payables of 345,000.
Tama ko dito.
Meron tayong maliit na obligations sa ating
sinasabi niya.
tertiary federation. So we have interest and share capital payable do sa mga members natin.
Nasa notes lang.
And interest and share capital, interest and patronage fund. Ang ating paid-up capital is 4.3, almost 4.4 million.
I-record ko. Record ko yun.
Hindi mo masyadong
Unaudited
maganda
pa
ang
yan.
picture ng ating financials.
Unaudited pa yan.
So wala naman doon tayo ibang source ng
May
revenue,
364
hindi yung ating mga annual dues.
Hindi tayo dala.
And that's the reason we're trying to push now
Naihabol yan.
for us to have other products and services that will earn us some revenue. And at the same time, tinutulungan din po natin yung ating mga primaries na kumita at pati yung mga members na who will promote these products and services, kikita rin. Sa Manila po, halimbawa, meron kaming isang ginagawa ngayon. Yung continuing capital build-up. Kasi one of the principles natin sa kooperatiba, yung miyembro, hindi naman siya titigil na pag-contribute sa pondo ng kooperatiba. Kahit na papano, ipatuloy. Sa Manila, nagkakampeno kami ngayon na yung bawat membro magbigay ng 100 pesos a month. Ang mamumulekta sa kanila ay yung kanilang mga coordinators. May monthly meeting o yung coordinators, i-remit nila, bibigyan nun namin ng small percentage yung coordinator for their effort of collecting the 100 pesos a month. Saan mapupunta itong 100 pesos a month? Nag-start daw kaming mag-offer ng savings deposits. Ang savings deposits na Manila ngayon, may 4 million na. Ang interest na binabayad do ay 1.5% a month, computed and compounded monthly. Tax-free ho ito, kaya kumpara doon sa kinikita ng pera natin kaparinggot sa bangko na meron pang withholding tax, eh napakalaki yun ng diferensya. So we're trying to be, we're trying to innovate and think of ways that we can generate revenues for our members. Kikita sila kahit paano. Yung mga tumutulong sa atin, like our coordinators, mga volunteers ko lahat ito, hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin sa kanila, gastos nyo na yan, yung inyong pamasahe, yung inyong merienda. Kahit pa paano meron silang kikitain doon sa kanilang pangkukolekta. So pwede yung natin pag-isipan ito sa ating mga primaries. But what is important is for our members to realize that membership in the cooperative also requires certain responsibilities. Kasama na po yun yung continuing capital build-up.
Ano yun? Binayad na 870. Yun nga.
During the year, ang inyo pong board,
Sa to offset.
nakapag-meeting po and passed
Insurance, unremitted
some
premium payable to the offset. Yun ang pala ko.
resolutions and made some decisions that we will now present to you
Totoo yun.
for ratification.
Matagal na yun. Ito na. In-approve nila.
Hindi sa ito lang during ano.
Hindi binabayaran. Hindi binabayaran.
Kasi ang tagal yun.
So titignan
Kasi
ninyo
iba
yung
na
inyong annual report sa page 3 po, page 3.
Page 3, page 3.
Nandito po yung annual report. Yung kung ating nakaradya na Assembly was hosted by Cause for Christ Cagayan de Oro or Misamis Oriental. Nandito po si Sister Flor representing their primary cooperative. Nagkaroon tayo ng lakbay-aral, nagkaroon tayo ng kung ano-ano activity like what we're doing now here during our 15th General Assembly. Yung minutes po nung last General Assembly natin, titignan po natin starting from page 10. Nung pong nakaraang taon, meron nung labing-apat na casualties
Kaya natubagsak sa
ng ating GYRT. Ang families po ay nabigyan po ng almost 1.6 billion pesos na death benefit. 14 families po yun. Nagkaroon po tayo ng medyo hindi masyadong mabilis na experience with our brethren in Bulacan. Medyo nagkaroon po kami ng debate with the insurance company and they finally relented. Sinabi namin makakarating sa insurance commissioner kung hindi nila pag-aksyon kaagad doon sa claim natin. So mga kapatid na mula Bulacan, okay na po tayo ron. Ito pong GYRT, nag-umpisa po ito a few years ago na ang late-late ng premium. Nag-umpisa po tayo sa CISP. Ang premium was, I think, only 350 pesos a year. But through the years, tumaas na, may mga casualty po tayo. Kinukumpito kasi ang premium dito depending on the claims experience ng ating coverage. And so this year, nag-renew tayo for nung October. Ang coverage natin ay ganun pa rin, plus 10,000 burial assistance. So, bali 110,000 with another service provider, Allianz PNB, insurance company, life insurance company. So, starting on page 20, nandito po yung Executive Management Report. Kasama na po yung mga actions ng ating Board of Directors, pati yung ating Management Committee, Executive Committee.
Malaking bilang sa mga reducer yung po sa ito. This is your last time. So, dapat tuloy ka pa sa receivable. Katulad ng ano ito. Receivable.
At kung titignan nun natin, and we would like to present this for the approval of the body. In page 23 po, nandito yung ating proposed budget for this year.
More than half ang binagsak ng end depreciation. So, anong cost na? So, ibigay tayo so, ngayon hindi
I-expect nun natin na magkakaroon tayo ng increase in revenue.
Baka may receivable na babayad na naman. Okay. Hindi nyo inako. Tapos kung ganyan siya binayaran, pinasa ko ng income. Dapat cash siya pa rin.
About 8,906.
Tingin ko naman. So, kailangan ko attended tayo. So, hindi inauditan ka ng auditor. Wala ka ng parati.
Hindi siya mga details eh. Wala namang na-implement na.
Meron, may isang papers yun. May isang papers yun.
Wala mo ito.
Isang malaking pinaba ng ating revenue. Yung pong naging experience ng mga kapatid natin sa Cebu. Yung pong Tecton Entre Workers Cooperative. Dati-dati po kasi they provided yung services, crew services sa Jollibee and affiliated companies. Malaki ho ang kanilang revenue doon. And ang computation ng kanilang annual dues was based on the revenue. Unfortunately, when their permit to operate was due for renewal, some people in the Department of Labor sat down on their application for renewal. So hindi ko sila nakapag-renew ng kontrata doon sa kanilang pinakamalaking kliyente. Hinold ng hinold. So, nawala mo sila ng malaking revenue. Pero ang nangyari po, nung yung ilang mga sabi nila ay mga officials din ng Department of Labor sa region na nagtayo ng sariling service provider.
Kasali sila dyan, di ba?
Sila nag-supply ng crew doon sa ating mga kliyente. Nung nagawa na nila yun, saka nirelease yung ating renewal. Pero meron naman pong positibong nangyari because of this loss of revenue. Yung pong mga kapatid natin sa Sector Entry Workers Cooperative sa Cebu, napilitan nung mag-isip ng ibang pagkikitaan ng kanilang kooperatiba. Nagkaroon sila ng travel, the tours, sari-sari po. Now they have a big project which is a condominium project in Cebu. So, out of necessity, nagkakaroon ng magandang idea. Na-renew na ho yung lisensya nila, sana naman bumalik yung dating mga kliyente. Meron nung isang pagbabago din. Dati-dati, yung bookkeeping services natin, yung ginagawa ng staff ng Co-ops for Christ, Quezon, sa Lucena. Pinadadala pa natin doon yung mga records natin, transaction, doon ginagawa yung bookkeeping. Eh medyo tedious po yun. Papadala pa ang record, hintayin mo yung kanilang submission ng kanilang trabaho. This year po, we decided lahat po sa Maynila na gagawin. Ginagawa po sa Maynila lahat. Yung pong ating staff is capable now of doing this in the office in Manila itself.
Di ba meron nga ano doon, hindi nagsasabi. So, si Bobo na.
Titignan natin sa page 25. Marami ho tayong dapat makolekta na hindi nakokolekta. Yung ating CETF fund.
Wala dyan.
We are going to focus on collections of the annual dues and CETF fund. And pipilitin, no? Hindi naman nung pipilitin. Sisikapin nun natin na yung mga primaries, yung mga members nun natin na hindi masyadong aktibo, ay maging aktibo na po sa affairs ng ating federation.
Kasi ano yan dati.
Meron na akong ikukwento sa inyo na I'm sure hindi masyadong magandang dating. Kilalahan niyo si Father Anton Pascual, Edu Veritas, Presidential sa Caritas Manila. And then at the same time, siya rin nag-umpisa ng isang napakalaking kooperatiba sa
pero dito hindi na sa financial statement.
At the same time, isa ho siya sa mga founders din ng Metro South Cooperative Bank.
Pag may utang sir.
So he's very active in the cooperative movement in the Philippines. Isa lang isa kami.
Zero.
Sabi sa
Ibig
akin,
sabihin, walang may
bakit
utang sa
meron
inyo.
pa kayong federasyon?
Ako titingin na. Walang may
Huwag
utang.
nyo
I-check nyo
federate
lang
sa
lahat ng
kooperatiba na lang, sa probinsya, puro branch na lang. Para iisang vision, iisang mission, iisang direksyon. Ako, father, pag-iisipan pa.
Yung may copy naman ako.
Pag-aaralan po namin.
Bigyan mo siya ng mga
Ang sitwasyon mo kasi natin, bawat isang probinsya may kanya-kanyang peculiarities eh. May kanya-kanyang strengths, may kanya-kanyang weaknesses. Na peculiar doon sa lugar na yun. So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin sa kanya, sige mother, gagawin natin, tulungan niyo kami. Ang gagawin po natin is we will encourage our primaries. Yung kung medyo nahihirapan, tutulungan nun natin yung process nila, yung kanilang accounting system, etc. Na magkaroon sila ng buhay.
21 lang
Ito po,
ang
ikwento ko na
nirarapo.
dito po si
21 lang ang
kapatid na
nirarapo.
sos ng Co-op for Christ,
21.
Laguna.
21.
Years ago,
Anong gagawin natin?
yung Laguna po maraming
Number
pera pero hindi
11.
kumikita.
So, ang number
Kasi
11,
lahat sila,
nasa listahan
pagka
niya.
nag-operate sila baka malugi.
Dito.
Meron na sila mga volunteers na
Papakinanta na lang natin yan.
Oo.
So, ang challenge namin sa kanila ganito. Ba't hindi kayo mag-hire ng manager?
Yan.
Sabi niyo sa manager, kitain nyo yung isusweldo sa inyo.
Yan, number 2. Ano ba
Mag-isip
yung
kayo ng
lumabas?
negosyo, mag-isip kayo ng activities.
15, ano?
Nakikita yung
15.
inyong kooperatiba, yung inyong primary,
11,
doon magkagaling yung susweldo ninyong staff.
Ito, si
Ang
Jenny.
result ngayon ganito, maganda
Wala
ako
na
ng-
siya, hindi siya entitled.
ng Co-op for
Ito
Christ,
yung mga nandito eh.
Laguna.
Inalis na yung anak.
Karoon sila
Inalis
nung-
na yung wala.
So 21 na lang.
drugs distribution
Tapos papakita.
business. Sari-sari po naisip nilang pamamaraan na kung kikita yung kooperatiba para naman may susweldohin yung staff. At yung kikitain ng staff, ganoon din po sana tayo. And that is our vision also for the Federation. Hindi naman po maganda na yung ating Federation, yung staff natin, minyan na lang ang kinikita. Gusto natin maganda ang kita nila. Pero dapat kumita ang Federation para kumanda ang kita ng ating staff. Ganun din po yung ating mga primary. Dapat kumita ang lahat ng primary para lahat ng inyong mga empleyado ay maganda rin ang kita. At lahat ng mga members natin ay maganda ang kinikita sa interest of share capital pati yung patronage refund. Mahalaga po yun. So, let our staff earn enough for the cooperative for them to get a good enough salary for their efforts and for their services. Yun po ang prinsipyo niyan. Pag kumikita yung primary, siyempre yung staff dapat kumita rin. So yun po ang naging result ng operations natin. At yan po yung ating gustong mangyari, hindi lamang sa taong ito, but hanggang po, this is what we would like to happen, not only this year, but in the years to come, for our federation to be able to generate enough revenue for itself, for the primary members and for the individual members of the primaries, so that we can all move forward and grow. Yun po ang ating hinahanap. Mahirap po, 15 years old na tayo. In another 3 years, ng mga debutant na tayo, kung sa dalaga pa, 18 years old, din pa na. Magdedibo na. Pwede nang ligawan. So, yun po ang ating hinahabol, that we will mature, and we will mature in a way that at the same time of our maturity, we will be really talagang self-sufficient tayo. At not only self-sufficient, talagang kumikita tayo para kumita rin naman lahat ng ating mga kasapi. So yun po yung ating report. Kung meron pong nais magtanong, dalawang bagay yung hinihingi namin. Number 1, approval ng ating report. Pangalawa, approval ng ating budget. So, can I hear approval of the minutes, approval of the budget, and approval of the management report? Do I hear a motion? Yes, brother. Okay.
I move for the adoption of the minutes of the approval and adoption of the minutes of meeting for last year General Assembly, as well as the approval of the proposed budget for the Federation for 2020.
There's a motion. Number 1, approve the minutes and the acts of the board and management and
Second.
management report and the proposed budget for 2020.
Julie Siconde.
Yes,
I have issue arising from the budget, then I raise it.
yes, please.
Okay, based on the budget. Please open your manual to page 23. for the proposed budget of 2020. As we all know, the only objective of any organization is to create a surplus in order to continue its operations. And there are two ways to create a surplus in any organization that, of course, with logistics. Wala naman siguro organization na hindi na nangailangan ng pera. Mamamatay tayo kung wala tayong pera. So there are two ways to create a surplus, and that is to, one is to increase the income or to reduce the expenses. In our case, usually, we're not ready to increase the income because we are still planning to have these mga projects that we have right now. And we know that surely this would help us to create the needed additional income. So I think the best way that we can do as of now is to reduce the expenses. That's the other solution. And so, I don't think na a budget which is still a deficit is considered a budget. Because the budget should be create a surplus somehow. Kasi negative pa rin tayo eh. I mean, that's for my di ba negative pa rin tayo ng 141, so deficit pa rin tayo.
Kasi yung budget,
So, we have to create a budget na somehow it has to be positive.
Oo nga.
In my own opinion, di ba? So, I don't know how we have to do it, pero perhaps we need to
Andiyan assembly
explain.
explain.
We need to, sabi na, pag ang kumot ay mas anong tawag doon? Pag masikip ako, magpamumuluklot, mamamaluktot mo na habang maliit pa yung kumot. So, that's my opinion, kasi negative pa rin tayo, and if you will continue operating this way, parang it's not a positive sign that we are recovering. So is there a way, Mr. Chair, that we can reduce the expenses?
Kanina.
Very well taken, and thank you very much, Mr.
Inabot
Flor.
no. Hindi ka talaga
Tama
pwedeng
po yun
negative
yung
dyan.
observation.
Tanggalin mo. Ito dapat.
Kaya nga
Dapat
po,
positive
we're
siya.
exerting
So, ibig
effort
sabihin,
In two areas. One, yung
ito.
kaya ho may mga product presentation tayo para magkaroon ng increase
Revenue.
in revenues. Revenues generated from outside the cooperative, mga service providers. And number two, we'll go on a campaign to collect from our member primaries yung po kanilang dues, membership dues at the Ccfed Ga. Kailangan nun natin gumasta para ma-accomplish ito. Kaya medyo tumaas yung ating proposed administrative expenses.
So that's it, Mr. Chair. We have to increase our projected gross receipts.
Yes.
So we have to increase that in order to come up with a positive net receipts over expenses.
Can you identify siguro? Alam
After
mo
all,
hindi
we have mga
nagbayad.
businesses online naman. So we might be able to increase our projected income for 2020. Plus, I would really take that very seriously yung argument ko na we need to rekindle or activate or resurrect, whatever is the right term, for all the inactive members that we have right now. So we have several of them. I took notice na 50% ng ating primaries are not active. So I would really support you in that line that we have to resurrect them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Flor. Tama po yun.
Ang dami
Ah,
ko resibo to.
Napakalupot
Yan ang
po.
tignan nyo. Magkano yung resibo nyo pa?
Meron tayong mga
Yan ang wala dito sa
member
dito sa
cooperatives na hindi po present ngayon dito sa atin, pero active naman sila sa kanilang area. So we're going to try and get them really to participate in the activities of our federation. Hindi lamang yung participate in the activities, but to contribute their share,
Pati tama yung ginagawa, umiikot ka.
which is due the federation. Dapat to kumita tayo
Kasi
doon. At
you're
dapat
planning
kumita
at tayo
tayo.
pag ganyan.
That's
Alam
why
mo,
we're appealing
pinacheck mo na alos
to the member cooperatives, to the member primaries,
dito kayo. Okay,
na supportahan natin
Yeah,
ang
nakuha
mga
ko yun.
mag-cut kayo.
ating mga bagong produkto and services
Mag-cost cut.
para mo naman kumita tayo lahat. In a few days, in a few weeks, we'll be providing you with the details on how we're going to go about this.
Yung receipts na projected
Ah,
na din.
sa excited ako. Titignan nyo yung CTPL. Lahat doon ng sasakyan, hindi ko pwedeng i-rehistro na walang compulsory third-party liability. Ang naging experience ko dyan, na ikwento ko na ho kahapon. Dati-dati, meron akong I rely every year on a couple na insurance agents malapit sa opisina ng LTO doon sa amin. Every year naman, binibigay ko lang
Baka
sa kanila
dapat
yung
increase niyo yung annual dues masyadong
papeles ko at yung pabayad ng
fix pa siya for
CTPL
separate.
at
Eh,
ang
yung
pabayad
salary
ng
ng ano,
registro.
may mga...
Tagal
At
na.
after 1 or 2
Number
days,
one, annual dues.
binabalik
Tapos
sa akin
anong
ng
basis
mga
nito?
official receipt na.
Anong basis
Kulong.
niyan?
Alin?
CET.
And then one day,
CETF.
one
Hindi
ano,
na
year,
kung
lumapit ko
meron
na
sila
wala
ganito.
sila.
Ano yung Cooperative
Inalam ko,
Education
sabi ng
Trust
mga
Fund?
kasama, nagkakaroon
Tama,
ko
kumita
sir
sila.
kasi may nagdidemanda sa kanila.
15%. Parang
Pag
15%.
kumita,
Ako,
ibig sabihin, hindi sila kumikita. Kaya wala
Lumalabas
nabibigay
tatlo
sila.
ang
wala
taon niya
nagbibigay.
hindi na-rehistro yung
Ganito.
aking
Tsaka kasi
sasakyan.
value. Tama kasi.
At tatlo ang taon na
Ano, wala
sinisingil
silang
ako
value
ng
nakikita.
premium
Oo nga.
ng insurance.
Pero
Eh,
may
hindi naman
kinikita.
pala totohanan.
Meron, hindi
Nagpunta
lang
ako sa LTO ng
transparent.
almost
So, dapat
20,000.
iniikot ng buong board.
Gawa
Ang
ng-
lahat ng primary.
Ang registered yung sasakyan ko, tatlo, apat na taon eh. Mabuti na lamang hindi
Dapat
ko
kayo-
nagkaroon ng aksidente,
Siguro
hindi
mag-sacrifice
nagkaroon
na
ng
lang
traffic
kayo
incident,
para pocket money.
traffic
Kasi
violation.
itong
Kung
ano,
hindi,
just
patay.
tatasan.
Mag-i-impound yung aking sasakyan.
Kumitan mo na lahat yan. Tapos iayos.
So I changed service providers. Ang nakikita lamang mo namin
Pinagawa ko na.
problems dito sa online CTPL, eh yung
Gawin ganito.
tayo gusto,
Meron ako din sa akin. Hindi, kay Jason.
aminin na po natin lahat naman tayo may konting
Kay Jason. Ewan ko
katamaran.
kanina yan.
Ayaw natin na pipila tayo sa LTO.
Ano ba to?
Ayaw natin na tayo mismo pupunta ron, mainit, maraming tao. Kaya binibigay natin doon sa inaasahan nating tutulong sa akin. Ngayon
Board
pala,
meeting,
dahil
yes.
na makatulong,
Kailangan board
in my
meeting.
case, eh,
Isasama
naswindle pa pala ako. So yun ang nakikita kong problema na kinakailangan, we'll find a way, pag nakuha na natin yung CTPL from the service
Gawa na lang
provider
natin ang
natin online,
feasibility ito. Ito,
Pero
feasibility.
we find a way to
Kung paano
register our
mapaproduce
vehicle,
yung budget nyo. I-approve
hindi
natin.
na tayo umaasa
Through
doon sa mga
feasibility.
taga-LTO na insurance agents. Malaki ang diferensya eh. Sinisingil sa atin normally for passenger car is at least 1,200. Ito pinakita sa atin, 700 lamang ang singil. So a difference of 500 pesos. Napakalaki po nun. And registration period that just started for plate numbers ending in 1 and 2, registration January. And those ending in 3 and 4 February. Down the line. So, ilan mo kaya ang sasakyan meron ng mga members ng Couples for Christ? So, pwede ho natin gamitin ito. Nabanggit ko na rin po kanina na tayo ngayon ay will be directly under the office of the President of CFC. Tutulong tayo, hihingi ho tayo ng tulong sa kanila na ma-improve itong ating mga bagong produkto. Hindi naman po ito basta kabig lang eh. Malaking tulong mo ito sa mga members natin. Mga kapwa natin, members ng Couples for Christ. Kahit hindi sila member ng kooperatiba.
I would like to be able to address that among the receipts of the proposed receipts for 2020. I would like to propose that we increase our efforts towards making the primaries profitable so that they will provide more of the education and training fund. If you look at the year, the actual for 2018, it reached a level of 406,000. Right now, at 2020, we are projecting 301. if, for instance, we were to make if the primaries are to make use of the e-commerce products that were presented a while ago, and the other things that should make them profitable, we could probably operate under a basis that our target for the education and training fund for 2020 would be at something like 442 or 450,000. And in which case, the projected deficit of 141,000 in 2020 will be balanced off by that increase in the education training fund contributions of the primaries.
If I may add also, Mr. Chair, we can also increase the figure of the annual membership fee, because if we have to, is it the same with the annual dues? Okay, so if we have the plans to resurrect all those dying or inactive primaries, then we might be able to increase this, because you will notice the 44,000 is just the same with the actual in 2018. So that means we just have to exert additional effort to be able to collect more. We might be able to increase this figure. And then with the figure increasing the education and training, then we might be able to reduce the deficit.
And likewise, Mr. Chair, if we take note of the interest on loans, there's nothing that we have realized in 2019. But if that much funds can be left out to some amount of our private that can more or less operate profitably, then we can also have a share in the interest of going to pay us. Now, I don't want also us to expose ourselves to those that are doubtful in their operation, but those that may be in need of additional funds just to make themselves more profitable, then we can also benefit from it. And also, we have a potential, again, shall we say, revenue earner here, the training, other income on training. Once we are already able to get the certification from CDA that we are a training institution, then perhaps we can open our training even to non-federation members for a fee, so we can also realize income out of this. Okay? Those are the points.
That's our
Well noted, Brother Pito. Lahat po yan, tama po eh. That's why I am appealing to all the other members of the board present here now and those that will be appointed. Na sana naman, yung ating regular board meetings, dumalo naman kayo. Kung di pa kayo dumalo, magbukas naman kayo ng inyong computer, ng inyong Wi-Fi, online man sa kahit pa paano. Participate kayo sa discussion and management. Yes, Sister Religious.
The cash and cash equivalent, the following, the account consists of the following: petty cash fund of 5,000, cash in bank time deposit is 900,504, and deposit double. Cash in bank savings account 1,905,831.6. A total of 2,815,335 pesos and 80 cents. This amount invested or it is used.
That's page what? Tika.
Cash flow.
Cash because if you will not invest this amount will not earn interest.
These are placed in some revenue earning placements, Sister. ganito yan eh. We had one primary requesting for a loan of, medyo malaki-laki. So we asked for a business plan and how they're going to repay it, and they never responded. We ought to be able to help our primaries, but on the other hand, they also have to comply with some of our requirements. We cannot just lend money, our hard-earned money, and then the prospect of not being able to collect. If you look at our revenue, meron tayong other income. This would be wala yung ating primary na namutang, kabayan na po eh. So wala na yung kanyang interesting.
So brother,
Yes,
it
sister.
is difficult for the primary to make a loan. Can you make some amendments that individual members of the cooperative, primary cooperative, who are members of good standing and who can afford to make a loan, be granted a loan, so that it is faster sa individual rather than primary.
We cannot,
If it is within the bylaws of the policy of the federation.
we can only lend to a primary cooperative member. We cannot lend to individual members.
Individual member of the cooperative.
Yes. The individual members should borrow from their primary, the cooperative that they belong to.
So you notice that only a few only of the primaries are making loans.
Tutusin ko, isa lamang ang talagang regularly nanghihiram sa federation.
So that means it is difficult for us to increase our income. And last year, there was also an increase. This year, there is also an increase. What is the case? Probably there will be some primary working. So, I don't know if you will give them in the primary.
We have to be very prudent as far as taking care of our resources are concerned. We need to be able to ensure that we will be paid if we lend any money to any primary cooperative. In the past, we had this one cooperative that borrowed money. We asked them to submit to us their business plan and their repayment plan, and this was approved by the board. And they have repaid their loan. Illegal also apply for a loan, ganun din. Now lately, last year, another primary applied for a loan. Medyo malaki-laki. We asked them to submit to their business plan, their payment plan. Hindi na bumalik sa atin. They did not respond to our request for documentation.
Find it difficult. And then we have so many payable.
And
Premium payable, unpayable na.
usually what we did in the past, when a member primary requests for a loan, we syndicate this. We ask the other member primaries, baka meron kayong spare cash dyan, gusto nyo pahiram, ganito interest. definitely our thrust is to be able to generate enough revenue for us to be self-sustaining and to grow. How? Oh, well, we've seen how this can possibly be done through the service providers that make the presentation. And we'll touch base with our primary members who have not been very active, not only in attendance but in repeating their dues. So gagawin po natin yun. We will definitely expect our other board members to help us in this area. Kaya po yung ating election ng mga members ng board is according to area, not according to the person. So say for instance, we have two board members from Mindanao. They should know the area. They should know the Mindanao. They should know how to be able to deal with the other primaries in Mindanao. Ganun po rin sa Luzon. We have some primaries in Luzon who are very active. I know that their cooperatives are active and they're very, well, not only active, they're kasi they stand out. But they don't participate in federation matters. So we will try and be able to remedy this. Puntahan natin sila. We've started touching base with them already. And of course, this is not going to happen overnight. Like I said earlier, we are now under the direct supervision of the President of CFC. Not supervision, but we will be reporting to him directly. We're under his office. So we can certainly seek the help of the leadership of CFC for us to be able to attain some of what we want to do.
There must be a policy of attraction
Yes,
to make the primary support the federation.
Let me share.
yes, sister.
I want to share something. I just want to share something with my experience of primary because I'm the regional coordinator for Catholic Entrepreneur in Mindanao, and that's comprising 8 provinces. So every time I make planning for Mindanao, I always mention costs per client and have to be members. But then the moment of the language of the register, we want to be members of that, but we don't. Our primary is not active. So is it possible that we will do it first? No, that we will have to follow the mandate of the local governance. So I think we can really come up with parang sort of direction from there, Mr. Chair, considering that some of the EGPs or some of the local governance team, they are not, parang they don't have the appreciation of balls for sites. I think we have to start there, not we have to go back to our orientation and then hearing all these things, positive things about cooperativism, about how cooperative will change the world. I think we should be cascaded to them because when we are inspired, I think there's no reason that they will not be inspired.
Well said, sister. Tama po yun.
Binigay sa
We've been
pandagdag.
trying really
Hindi ako
to
pwede yan. Natakot.
find ways and means to be able to get all the other areas to have active
Yun na, no, silver.
cooperatives.
Para sa asin.
However, I would like to be able to tell you now a policy decision by our IC. There are supposed to be 8 social development programs. And the decision of the IC is this. Not all areas are required to have all the 8 social development programs. Only choose the programs where you are, that your area needs, applicable to your area, and you're capable of being able to run efficiently. So I would suggest, for instance, in Mindanao, we have Butuan, again, De Oro, and Iligan, who are very active cooperatives. Let's look at the other areas and establish branches. Let's talk to the leadership of CFC in those other areas and say, since you're not ready, can we open a branch of our cooperative in your area?
But we have it here now. We have been started now.
Yes.
Pansit tsaka amin. Anong oras?
Tapos ito, okay na. Basta ito.
Hindi na magkapara.
If they're not
Iuwi mo
ready
na
to
to.
establish their own cooperatives, maybe we can open a branch of our own cooperative in their area.
Kukunti na lang, 21 na lang ang entitlement.
But we have actually, when I surveyed, we were able to start. Only it's not really
21 bears people.
sustained.
I'll cite two examples, two contrasting examples of two areas in
Sa
Mindanao.
pangalan.
One Cagayan de Oro, the other is Davao. At one point, Cagayan de Oro cooperative was struggling, gasping for breath. On the other hand, Davao was very active. Now it's reversed. The reason is support from the leadership in the province.
Very important.
The support of the leadership of CFC in the area.
Maganda yun sa emission siya.
So yun ang
Pero-
mindset ng
Sa
IC.
co-op yun dapat magtatayo
If
sila
you're
ng
ready
emission
for
center.
any of these
Pero
social
dapat
development
pa-accredit niya
programs,
muna
go ahead and do
para
it.
tanggapin yung
If you're not ready,
certificate sa LTO.
wag muna.
Yun ang dapat niyang takarin.
Hindi na yung, okay, meron tayong 8 social development programs. Lahat ng area, lahat ng sector, dapat magkaroon ng 8 SOC-DEV programs. Lahat
Tire-record ba
yan,
niyan?
dapat meron kayo.
Magre-record sila.
Hindi na gano'n.
Ako nagre-record.
Mamili
Ay,
kayo kung
hindi
ano
nagre-record.
yung nababagay doon sa area ninyo at kaya niyong gawin. Anyway, we hope that with this change in the orientation of some of our leadership in Focus for Christ, ay magkakaroon na rin ng shift
Water.
in the thinking of some of our leaders in the provinces and in our sectors. Ganda ho nung buwan hindi mo maganda. Pero yung contrast to nung dalawang areas na yan, yung Cagayan de Oro at Davao. Cagayan de Oro was gasping, dying. Davao was thriving.
Now it's reversed.
It's reversed.
So what happened?
Because Cagayan de Oro, sinuportahan ng council, sinuportahan ng area governance team. Yung Davao, medyo hands off sila.
Spray natin sa ilalim sa Megistra.
Napabayaan.
Tignan natin.
So brothers and sisters, so yun po yung aking report. Ang gagawin nun natin ngayon, our next General Assembly, kung susundin nun natin yung nakagawian na, will be in Cebu, o not Cebu, in the Visayas.
Cooperative Antipolo.
Last year we had been
Antipolo,
allowed to
under naman sa
stay
Metro
with
Manila.
in Luzon.
Rizal.
So
Sino
the
yung
next will
cooperative?
be in
Hindi actually.
Visayas.
Hindi, sarado na.
Hindi. Kaya ba
The
nagpe-federate?
board will go, will
Sa iba,
meet and
sa
assess
mga federation.
Pwede ba yun?
kung saan ho dapat and
Eh,
we
cooperative
will
yun. Eh,
be
safe
in
siya.
contact with the local
Pwede ba yun?
cooperatives
Pwede yun ako
to see
sabihin. Baka
when and
i-prepare.
how this can be done.
Under ng jurisdiction
And we
dito
will let
gano'n.
you know
Kung
well
Metro
ahead in
Manila,
advance.
Luto.
Mukha po nung ginawa natin sa
Ganda
Antique,
Winsos.
several months before sinabi na
Yan
natin
director na
sa
kasi.
Antique yung susunod.
Hindi,
Same thing we
hindi.
did with Albay.
Dapat may kasama sila.
Ganun po yung ginawa natin nun sa Legazpi.
Ano, papalo ba? Si, ano,
Of course,
Hindi gawin mo.
ito sinabi natin
Visitation.
Luzon, most probably going to be in Metro
Sa
Manila.
Federation na yun.
The most
So, tingnan mo
practical.
natin
Kaysa
mga active. Ano
yung
nangyari?
mga
Ano
galing
status?
south, lilipat papunta
Pasara yun.
Maynila at maglalang
Para hindi
trip
na
papunta
may expect.
kung saan man.
Pero dapat clear mo na yung objective.
All might be
Iklaro mo muna ang objective na. Objective.
We will get in touch with the local cooperatives and we will let you know in due time.
Para mas
As early as possible,
visit ka sa
in
kanila
fact,
lagi
we
na.
would like to do that. So there's going to be enough time to prepare. Hindi lang
Malabo
yung
kasi
local
ano eh.
cooperative ang mag-prepare.
Yung ano mo,
Hindi tayo dadalo. Siyempre, may
scope of business,
pamasahe,
parang
may
parang
pocket
walang
money,
masyadong piyapangan.
may pambili ng pasalubong.
Hindi nga.
Kasi nga walang masyadong support na nagbibigay.
Hindi, huwag niyong tingnan yung ano. Ibig sabihin, ano talaga?
So, where's JC?
Mr. Chair, nakahang pa ho yung ano, hindi pa ho natin i-resolve yung
So, merong
Tawag ka.
budget and adaptation approval of
I-revise na lang, i-revise.
So there's been a motion to approve the minutes and the actions
Oo
of
nga
the
eh, mali
board
nga eh.
and management for the year
Mali yun.
2019 and then approval of the budget.
Amend na lang yung
Hindi
budget.
pwedeng,
With
Amend na lang
amendments.
budget.
So we propose changes.
oh,
Do we hear a second to the motion?
Any second?
ano pa ginawa?
Second mo? Sino?
Amen.
Before my second,
Ano pa
so,
nabuo yung budget? Kasi dapat nanggagaling sa,
Version ko sa...
you can be sure
Hindi.
that the board will act favorably
like yung general,
and positively to the
General
proposals
Assembly.
made.
Siyempre may
So far as the budget is concerned.
nag-project ka na, ito yung office. Meron kang pagkukuhanan nun. So, yung
Ito.
mga pinroject mo dito, dapat may panggagalingan na source.
Kaya nga, wala kasing panggagalingan eh. Yun lang ang...
Kaya nga, so ibig sabihin, hindi ka pwede mag-assembly ng ganun.
Yeah, end na po tayo. Closing na.
May, oh?
So do we hear a motion to adjourn?
I hope that the 15th annual General
Ay, may-
Assembly be adjourned.
Any objections? Any second?
Second today.
Kailan yung assembly nyo?
So it's been moved.
Ay, yung ano nyo, board meeting nyo.
50th General Assembly.
Dito, board
There
meeting.
being no objection, it is hereby approved. Meeting is adjourned.
Dapat schedule no. Kailan yung board meeting with the new officer?
Hindi, mamaya pa. So, wala pa tayo yung dalawang lingga na. Brother Ray, yung rapol na natin. Rapol na, para tayo maka... na.
Deliberate ngayon sa who will be presenting Mindanao.
Can I request the members of the board of present? Just look somebody. Tingnan natin kung sino yung mag-i-
Siguro dito, tapos ka. Hindi mo sila inform din. Laika, papunta mo na siya dito para punta na tayo. Para tapos na. Dahil pa eh. Tapusin lang natin dito yung rapol.
Ano yan? Wala dito din na makakatanggap.
Oo. Kasi ang kinuha lang, yung mga qualified lang for the rapol, nandito lang.
The qualified and the unqualified.
Kung sino lang nandito natira, yun lang kinuha. Tapos tsaka tayo meeting. Oo. Tara tapusin natin. Sige.
Laika, tawagan mo na sila. Para sa rapol.
Ah, ito na ba? Wala. Wala. Ah, yung malaki ito sa ating manalo. Ha? Oh, malaki ito sa ating manalo. Tagal na lang ito manalo.
21 lang.
Ha? Wala naman tayo ito tayo sa manalo.
21 lang ang maglalaban-laban. Kailan siya? Dahil sige, sige. Okay. Ang problema yun, excess budget.
Sige, sige. Yung huli yung ano ah. Yung huli yung ano. Oo.
Ito yung random number natin.
O ano mo muna, papasalo na. Sige, sige.
Ano ito, random sa computer to, download lang namin. So, ang gagawin niya, pipindutin lang yung get random number, click, tapos magamit siya. So, ang nanalo si number 1.
Sino yun?
Meron tayong listahan dito. Teka ha. Ano? Saan ba nagbigay nito? Ang
Ano, pag-absent mo,
nilagay?
Ito yung attendance eh. Ninandaran nila. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yung iba absent eh. So kung number 1, si JC ang nanalo dapat. Hindi, sample lang yun eh. So yun yung number 1. Ito yung number 8, number 9. Sa attendance binase.
Number 4 na po kasama.
Ayan, nandito ba kayo lahat? Tingnan nyo nga.
Wala kaming number.
ako number 6.
Ano number ko? 21.
Ako 16.
Bago mo umpisa na siya.
Wala akong number. Ikaw pa wala.
Number 16. Number 16.
Ako yung number 16.
Sige, sulat niyo yung wala. Ayan, yan si Like.
Like na wala sa wala dito.
Castro. Ayun o, Jose Castro.
Pero walang number.
Number 20 ba yun?
Walang number daw si Jose Castro. Walang number.
22 na lang.
Saan ka, Brad?
Ay, sila mag-update.
22.
Asan siya?
Maski doon sa kabila.
Dire pa sa
Wala
meron
nang
na to.
Dire, first page.
Sa kabila.
Sa last.
one.
Oh, last
Ayan,
page.
Castro.
Oh, last.
12.
Ay,
Walang number.
Walang
Walang number.
Walang number.
Lagyan nyo na lang dyan para yan ang official.
22.
Sa Asuga, walang number.
23 si Castro.
Dahil wala na siya, sinama na ako. Dahil wala na si Asuga, sinama na ako.
Wala nakadraw kasi yan eh. Number
22.
Hindi, wala na.
Number 22.
Asuga kasi, wala na, umalis na. Si Sunyo, umalis na rin. Si Pag, ako kasama. Si Chavez na, wala na rin.
Yung wala na dito,
Sinama ko niya.
Okay, okay.
Number, ano dito? 22 po.
Dapat i-schedule na sa gabi ang flight.
Sige, masyado yan.
Dapat na sa gabi na lang. Hanggang alas 4 talaga tayo eh.
Okay.
Sige, sige. Yan nyo na lang. Ano yan?
Ano yan?
Number ah.
From Fortune yan?
Oo.
Ilan tayo? Sorry,
22.
22 na, 23.
20.